Ladies and gentlemen, 2 weeks after Hurricane Florence, the Carolinas are still flooded. There are areas they can't even get into. Flooding persists in Carolinas nearly 2 weeks after Florence. Flooding in the aftermath of Hurricane Florence continued in the Carolinas on Thursday, nearly 2 weeks after the storm made landfall in North Carolina and inundated large parts of both states. The South Carolina Emergency Management Department warned residents Thursday to limit travel to Horry and Georgetown counties due to ongoing severe flooding as the rivers remain swollen in the aftermath of the storm that came ashore September 14th as a Category 1 hurricane dumped feet of rain in some parts of North Carolina. I just can't believe what we are all seeing happening. Keith Hendrick, a fourth-generation resident of the coastal South Carolina city of Conway, told NBC affiliate WMBF of Myrtle Beach on Monday of flooding there that was called historic. They're calling this the 200-year flood. If you remember in Maryland, they called their flooding 1,000-year flood. So this is pretty horrific for flooding to go on this long. This is going to be really worse than what we saw in Texas with Hurricane Harvey. Officials in Horry County, where the city is around 17,000 is located, said Thursday that the rivers in the area had crest, but the amount of damage it caused remained unclear. They urge residents to be patient. The water has crest, and so now we just have to take as much time for it to go down as it take to come up. Horry County Emergency Management Director Randy Webster said in a news conference Thursday, "We have not had a real clear understanding of how bad it was going to be until now," he said. "So we know that it will not get any worse in terms of flooding, but the beginning of the recovery is just starting." South Carolina Henry McMaster on Wednesday called the amount of rainfall and flooding caused by the slow-moving storm unprecedented. Wow. It was bad here in New Jersey. Now, the areas that were around the shorelines got all of the flooding. But that water started to recede. I don't even think it was 2 weeks later. It got out of there a lot quicker than that, but the damage was done. I mean, it was so much damage down there, it wasn't even funny. In a community near Wilmington, North Carolina, Nathan and Samantha Harvey returned Thursday to their damaged 3-month-old home, passing dead fish as they walked inside. So it is so hard to see it this way, Samantha Harvey told NBC affiliate WECT of Wilmington. "We knew it would be a mess, but this is our home and our belongings are just a mess. It's so discouraging." A bright spot among the devastation was the couple's wedding pictures. Okay, I'm skipping down. It's just a personal story there. An additional storm-related death was reported in North Carolina, where a spokeswoman for the State Emergency Operations Center said an 85-year-old man from New Hanover County died Tuesday after he contracted an infection in a wound he suffered while cleaning up his property. More than 40 deaths. Now, I heard 44. Blamed on Florence and its aftermath. Many of them occurred in North Carolina, officials have said. The National Weather Service said parts of Georgetown County, South Carolina, received more than a foot of rain, and some parts of North Carolina got more than 2 feet. In the hard-hit city of New Bern, North Carolina, where more than 400 people were rescued from flooding, a preliminary assessment estimated lost at $100 million in residential and commercial damages. Horry County police and fire officials said many areas still have water in them, and crews were using boats to secure communities and conduct secondary searches. Yeah, they're going to be searching for a while. And like I said, I remember when Sandy Hook, it took them well into the whole fall and winter and into spring, still cleaning up. It takes time. And North Carolina and South Carolina are much bigger than New Jersey, so it's going to take them even longer. Last week, a dam containing a large lake at a Wilmington power plant was breached by floodwaters threatening 2 coal ash bins at I've heard about that. And I also heard about the pig manure getting mixed in the water down there too. Utility Duke Energy said this week that the coal ash basins were stable, and the initial test of discharge from the cooling lake into Cape Fear River shows no environmental harms downstream. Well, time will tell. It's amazing how everybody makes the claim that there's nothing harmful, but you will always see people after these type of hurricanes come up with flesh-eating bacteria on their skin, eating their flesh. It happens virtually in every single hurricane, no matter how much they try to say, the water is okay. It really isn't. But please tell me what you think. And not only that, if you remember, they never told us what the nuclear state of emergency was all about. They have been very tight-lipped about what happened. Was it a leak? What happened? They never told anybody. And that's another reason not to trust them saying that water is safe. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I will see you on the next video. Peace, family.